to just be doing the same thing, which I think is dope, quite frankly. You know,
Yeah, that's
um,
not a bad thing.
yeah, it's not a bad thing. They seem like they're playing in that same system very well. They know what they're doing. Um, so I don't mind it at all. The bigger takeaways are with Man United, obviously. Um, I think Ten Hag is in real trouble, bro. I think Ten Hag is in real trouble. Um, I don't like Garnacho is good. I think Ahmad Diallo is good, but they're not great players. Um, and that's the best of your wing play. I saw Christian Eriksen get into the well. Okay, let's do the elephant in the room first. Casemiro, like what are we? Where are you at with Casemiro? Is this a case of him playing in such an unsure system that it's not working, or is this a case of um, he's just washed and he needs to go to Saudi or somewhere else because this ain't it?
Bro, it's tough to say, but it's just not working. It's just not like we saw it last season. Like I'm surprised they are still
Yeah,
thinking that it's
it's
gonna
gonna
change.
work.
It's almost like a child that's like expecting different results when they put their hand on a hot stove. It's like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
keeps just in that Liverpool game.
Yeah, in that Liverpool game, I mean, it was a lot of it was him. It was him not being able to clear the ball. It was him not being able to get get the
He's
ball off the.
he's giving the ball up, and I'm just surprised. Like again, with all this money, man, you have right. Like, I mean, Ten Hag was on the fucking ropes at the end of last season.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You would have right.
I would have I would have figured out that like, all right, I am out of time, and I need to solve these problems because I may not be able to go. Like if they are performing the way they are by mid-season, I think he's out of
Oh,
there.
it's got to be a wrap. By mid-season, I would give it like 3 more games. The thing is, to your point, he was on the ropes last season, and he was able to retain his job. And this is why I don't rate Ten Hag as honestly as a manager. Like I'm sure he was great with Ajax. I'm sure he's good in developing players in the perfect scenario. But the reason I just can't rate him is it's like it almost is like he has too much ego season and we won trophies. So I'm gonna stick to my guns. When really he should have been like, damn, I got out of this by
Skin of my teeth.
the skin of my teeth. Let me like redo all of this. Now they did bring in Ugarte, who quite frankly was not really that good for PSG. So I don't know, but he might be better for United. So they are switching things up. I don't know why. I know McTominay is not a natural six. He's barely a natural eight. I think his position is 10, to be honest. But like I don't know what getting rid of McTominay does for you because they seem to be
I don't
really,
know what that does for you.
yeah,
I have no idea what that did for you.
they were lacking in the midfield. That was the biggest thing I noticed. Like they just were lacking in the midfield. I couldn't understand why you would get rid of a McTominay. Um, obviously Kobe Mainu is doing his thing, but like that man looks like he is under duress. He's playing two positions in there. Like and he lost the ball in the middle of the field too. He lost the ball in the middle of the pitch. So
Like I get it, like Mano, like young guy who's just, super exciting to watch, but
right.
like, am I throwing him in as my
Right.
probably not.
You almost want to still have top players around him to help develop him. They kind of went and just like treated Mainu like, all right, you're generational. We're just gonna play like because that's what we're doing with Cole Palmer. The worry I had for Chelsea and Cole Palmer was that after your first breakout season, yeah, that's cool, but people start figuring you out and it starts to become harder. Cole hasn't necessarily shown signs of that, so we just kind of throw him out and let him play. But like Kobe Mainu, that's a different position. It's different. Like
Yeah, that's a different
you know what
position.
I mean?
Cole
Like
Palmer has a lot more freedom
you have freedom.
to
You're an
like.
attacker. Like you can lose the ball. Kobe, you can't lose the ball. So now for him to be, you know, the main option. Uh,
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't see anything different from Man U. I just saw a bunch of changed, inner parts, but the results still look the same.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, for me, I think that swapping out Maguire for Delit, I don't really know what that gets you.
Dog, the lick looked like
I,
trash. Ron
I
said, "What
mean,
a shamble Ajax is. Ajax 2.0 is."
who said that?
Uh, this is not your cousin Ron. Ron, we got a homie who's actually my boy Ash's cousin. We call Ron, but this is another Ron out of the DMV area, soccer coach and a baller and
Enthusiast.
loyal contributor to the Eat Pray Ball live stream. So he knows his stuff, and I agree. Like if I honestly, I would let Ten Hag go now. They've had so many changes that they're gonna let it rock, but I just think he's got too much ego. I think he's really trying to stand on I've done really well as a coach, and again, call me biased, but like you don't have a falling out with a young talent like Jadon Sancho and a OG legend like Ronaldo, and unless you're winning every game, like you can't do that and keep your position, in my opinion. But that's just me.
No, that's why you sort of almost want to see him fail, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just tough.
But it's just not looking better.
Yeah, it doesn't look better. It looks in shambles. I'm not gonna lie. They look in shambles. I got a couple more. Huh?
Sorry, I was gonna say, shit, brother. It's kind of like a little tease these last couple weeks. We're back to international break.
Right, and now we're back to the international break, which I didn't even realize. Like, it just I follow the France team on a lot of platforms, and so I kept seeing them being like, "Congratulations, Michael Olise, for making your first France debut, France senior team debut," and then they brought somebody else up, and I was like, "What? Why are we talking about debuts? It's the start of the season." And now, like you said, it's international break. On that note, let's just take a look. Is this Nations League? Like, what is this international break significant of? What are we doing in this international break? Let's go to FOTMob. Yeah, it's Nations League. We're back to Nations. So we got Portugal, Croatia at 11:45. Scotland, Poland, Serbia, Spain. Like the same old shit. Same old shit out of Europe.
It's almost like they need to revamp it in a way in which it's very much like.
Yeah. No, you're right. Make these games more like even the Nations League. The Nations League was there to make these games like mean more, which I think they did a good job, right? They're still a little bit more than friendlies, but Nations League is just not enough. So you're right. Like something has to happen. There needs to be more stakes in going away on these international breaks. But also, while I say that, I also feel bad for saying that because, like, as players need, like, literally, not every game can be at high stakes. So, I'm kind of torn between the two.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of the things interesting about this new Champions League format is you don't really like. It's really like this, like one, two big teams in a group. But now it's like back to your point about Real Madrid. It's like Real Madrid need to figure it out quickly because they got some challenging games.
Hella games coming. Hella games. Yeah. And then don't forget about the Club World Cup coming to the U.S. in 2025, right? Like,
oh yeah, that's the summer.
In which case it's going to be an open. So like again, I'm going to go off Jude because he's been in the most competitions this year, right? If I'm going off Jude, who just played a full season, my first season, played full Champions League, won the final, played a full Euro, and then had a couple weeks off, and now obviously you've been hurt, but you're going to play a full season with this new Champions League format that goes deep into January, and then play the rest of that out. Hopefully you get a lot of motherfucking, that's a lot. It's just a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of games.
So we'll see what comes of it, but Nation League A, France play Italy on Friday. So hopefully these will be good games, but I don't know if these players and these teams are just tired. And then France play Belgium on Monday, so France has, a couple interesting games, two fun games in this break, in this international break. I wonder who the U.S. are playing. Let's see. Is this just UEFA Nations League stuff? I mean, it's the international break for all, so I wonder. USA. We're going to get a first look at Maurizio Pochettino as the U.S. play Canada. So Pochettino's U.S. are gonna play Jesse Marsh's Canada. That's pretty interesting. Mark your calendars for that, y'all. That's September 7th. That should be good. So we got international stuff coming up this week. That should be fun.
Yeah, we got Argentina, Chile on Thursday, along with the Euro games.
Argentina Chile has been historically a great game, but like that's not moving the needle for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like unless it's in a Copa America or like, is that even any kind of real game, or is that just a friendly?
It's a World Cup qualifier. Everyone's doing World Cup qualifiers.
Oh, it's World Cup qualifying too. So we got African Cup of Nations qualifying. We got UEFA Nations League. We got World Cup qualifiers. Even though Canada USA is a friendly because we don't have to qualify for World Cup.
Dog, why is this game in Kansas City?
Argentina Chile?
So, right? No, USA Canada.
USA Canada. Dog, I like it's like we do this all the time. We do Midwest and Middle America for our games. It's always in like, Chicago, Kansas, Arizona, like
Cincinnati. Like they get hella games, and it's just like, yo, you aren't using those cities that much in real competitions. I don't understand why you keep using them in these qualifiers.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it as it is. Like they need to be in bigger cities.
Yeah, that's facts.
That'd be kind of cool because I want to go to the fucking game.
Right, and I'd be down to travel to like a different city to enjoy that, to check that out. I'd be down for that. All right, we're gonna get out of here soon. Obviously we could talk forever about this, and we're probably gonna keep talking. This is more for my viewers out there. This is more what Ball Around the World really is, and where it developed from. It developed from just these kind of morning post-weekend conversations with my boy, talking about all the latest stuff. So it's here. A couple things I want to talk about. So we talked about new look Liverpool and them looking familiar, and I wanted to make sure that, matter of fact, let me find an image of the boy Mason Greenwood. Fought Mob. I'm gonna look up his stats. I believe Mason Greenwood has 3 goals in Liga right now. What is he playing for? Marseille. Mason Greenwood making his move from Getafe to Marseille. Of matches. Mason Greenwood is absolutely going dumb. And now reports are coming out that he's trying to switch his national side to Jamaica. I can't remember if he's already like locked into England. Did he play for the England first team? I believe he did, because I remember that break he went on where he got in trouble. It was like him and Phil Foden got in trouble. You remember that one? Doing young boy shit, But it, when that happens, it's clear that you're never. You know what I mean? So what do? Do you go to?
You switch allegiances, bro. Yeah, England don't even want him anyway. I don't think he could ever play for England.
Yeah, I don't think he would have ever gotten a legitimate shot. They were like, man, we put everything on Marcus Rashford, and y'all are the same. We can't do that. I don't know what they're thinking.
We didn't talk about Marcus Rashford.
Oh, we didn't talk about Marcus Rashford, who played like meh, who played whatever, but like it's just crazy how much Marcus Rashford has fallen off.
Jamaica's gonna have a little squad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much of a squad, but they should be.
Between Leon Bailey and Mason Greenwood, I think they're going to be a lot more competitive.
Yeah. Also, Damari Gray. Also, Michael Antonio is still out there, doing his thing. So, I agree with you. I think this is a move for him, quite frankly. guess, and I'll have to do research. So we'll at the end of the week we'll follow up on this story because I gotta see if this is even possible for him to get over there. But
it's much easier now than it was, even if you've played. I think a couple.
Even if you played, yeah,
100%, and it just makes the overall competition more entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all these guys that are British can now play for another country.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So Greenwood, coming off that right flank, has 5 goals in 3 starts for Marseille in Liga this season. 3 matches, 5 goals. Like absolute. He is on the welcome back tour. So I think it's interesting. Good for him. Great for him, honestly. I think he's done his thing. He's served his time, and he's just kind of moving on. So definitely wanted to point that out, outline that one time, and then that's all. That's all. That's all I have. Honestly, I guess we got international coming up. The last thing I had was expectations on Real Madrid this year, but I think we've talked about Real Madrid. Like this is it's par for the course. They have a long season ahead, but they have a lot to do. I think to reform that question, what about City? What are your expectations for Man City this year? Especially as an Arsenal fan, where y'all are finally, like this is another year that might.
City are doing what City does. Holland is doing what Holland does. Like
Holland's gone back to year one. Holland. I don't think Holland. I mean, Holland obviously got the Golden Boot last year, but I don't remember him just popping out hat tricks like he's done this year and did the first season. But yeah,
no, he definitely is playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, maybe he's been listening to my streams, listening to me talk shit about him.
I think it'll be interesting to see how Doku does second year.
Yeah, second year Doku
with Grealish.
I think
this could be Grealish's last year.
Yeah, I think Grealish it's done, unfortunately. Yeah, that will be interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. I think somewhere between the FFP lingering, judgment and sanctions, or at least fines that they're going to get, I thought that would have knocked City a little bit off their peg. But then, Barca sold Gundogan back to them, and it's like, man, City are City. City are going to just sit.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
I talked about it.
It just happened so quickly.
Yeah, it happened so quick. Out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere. The long story short, I think it's Barca is in financial ruin. So they just had to pick and figure out. And they were like, do we need a midfielder or an attacker? Let's get Dani Olmo out here and let's get Gundogan's salary off the books. We're taking a Man City treble winning midfielder's salary that they've been giving him. So I think that's wild, but Gundogan being on City is only making City better,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, agreed.
That just is
agreed.
Is what it is.
You know who I didn't see play this weekend is Olise over at Bayern.
Yeah, I don't know if he was already. I didn't even. I don't watch Bundesliga, bro. But that's a good point.
He started
in the first game. And one of his first appearance, he got 2 assists in 2 minutes or something like that. But you're saying you didn't see much out of him? Let me see what FOTMob says.
No, I'm just saying that's an interesting move for him,
Yeah. Still a good move, right? I think he literally he just takes the Kingsley Coman spot. Literally it's like for like in that way, where it's young French starlet, expected to do big things, bring him to Bayern and let him just, win games on the wing.
Where's Kingsley? Is he in Saudi?
He's on his way out. I know. Well, I guess, yeah. Where did Kingsley end up? I don't know if they got rid of him. I don't know if they. Let's do Kingsley Coman transfer market. That's what we're using. Transfer market. I wonder if there's a transfer market app. I haven't. I don't know. It says he's still at Bayern. So they weren't able to get rid of him. I saw the reports that it was time for him to get out.
It was still open because I was reading that Osimhen may go on loan to Galatasaray.
Right, and that worked. Like same thing with the MLS, right? Like you can transfer a player while another country's window is open. That's right. There were reports of him going to like Turkey. Yes, yeah. So much like Giroud came to LAFC, but I guess it was technically a transfer window. So I guess he could still make his way to Galatasaray. I guess that would be an interesting move for him. Would you call Kingsley's career disappointing?
Kingsley's career disappointing?
Granted,
not.
we know the stats that like he's only last year was the first time at club level ever in his career, in his like I think over 10-year career now, that he did not win the league. When he was at PSG coming up, he won the league every time, and then he got to Bayern and they won the league every time for his career. I think he won the league at Juventus too. I think he stopped at Juventus. I got to double check that, but so
I think there's some people that you know, right place, right time their whole career,
right,
and they win a lot of shit,
right.
And you wonder how were they really good?
How good is he really? Like, why isn't he starting for France enough? Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, obviously he had to be good to survive Bayern.
Yep.
But not really. Like it's like he's probably won more than Robin, but I would still rate Robin higher than Kingsley.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even put Kingsley in the same category, stratosphere as Arjen Robben. That's kind of what I mean. But despite all the stuff he's won, like maybe he should be in that category, but it's very tough to put him in there. He just seems very much more of a utilitarian player. He seems like a Quadrado's category to me. Great player, very important for his teams, but like you're not the star. You're not going to be the star on anybody's team. I don't know. Hopefully, but shout out King Coleman, man, baller for years. I mean, honestly, Kingsley Coleman's in this Raheem Sterling stratosphere. Like you're a consummate professional. You've played on the best teams. You've gotten results, and you've been important in games. But are you a
trajectory of your team when he gets on there? And I don't think Raheem is. I don't think Kingsley is. So yeah, I would put them at the same sort of like they're gonna put in a shift. I just don't know how incredible that shift will be.
Right. I'm with you. Yeah. Yeah, send him on over to Galatasaray. We saw, didn't our boy Zaha make a move from Galatasaray? Zaha's now.
Wait a minute. So you're okay with Osimhen going to Galatasaray?
I'm okay, bro. I mean, I don't. Honestly, I meant to make that a topic of today, and we can end on this. All of this is Osimhen's fault. All of this, or his agent's fault.
That's a hot take.
Maybe it is a hot take. Y'all let me know. But like at a very general level, you had an opportunity to go to Chelsea, to go to Saudi, to go to Al Hilal or Al Ali or Al somebody, and get the bag if it's about the money. But you don't want to go to Saudi, so you guys just kind of waited and tried to stall out. And it's like, unfortunately, Osimhen is like he's hot, but he ain't that hot. Like nobody is like absolutely regardless by any means necessary. We got to get Osimhen on the squad, and Chelsea included. We do have Nick Jackson. Is he Osimhen? No. Would Osimhen absolutely help Chelsea's performances by way of just getting somebody to score goals? Yes. Maybe Chelsea should have worked a little bit harder. Yes, but we don't. Like it was like, no, we're not paying these wages. We want you on a loan deal.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
So he's going to have to go somewhere. I guess he's just going to sit in Napoli collecting his $250 a week for the year. Hope.
No, I think he's going to Galatasaray.
Oh, that's right. You're talking about him going to Turkey, right? Which again is not a problem because Galatasaray is definitely used to loaning players, or like buying players on loan, bringing players in, and so you do that. He goes for a year, and then maybe it just depends, but. You're right. He has to go somewhere. He can't just sit on a practice squad for a year,
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like you said, to your point. Like he's he's sort of been stubborn, and now he's got himself into a situation where he's just clearly not that desired.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it would have gotten figured out if everybody wants you.
Right. If you're really that guy, if you're killing Mbappe, it doesn't matter. Year 1, year 2, year 3, we're getting you here. Like that's what Real Madrid did for literally the last 4 years, been chasing this guy. So yeah, Osimhen, if you're not getting what you need, then
The market is telling you
the
something.
market's got to tell you something. So either you're gonna have to give up some disliked, sending hate from Belgium. Why do you say that, big dog? What's wrong with what? Why are you hating? Why is my guy Letty hate? The French league is Liga is only getting better, bro.
Wait a minute, he left Galatasaray?
Yeah, he's like see Hakim Ziyech and see Zaha and I didn't watch one Galatasaray game last year, so it just wasn't. No. Mourinho just got to Galatasaray, like at the end of the season. Yeah, they signed him.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
That will be interesting, and it's interesting. We're about to get off the stream. We've been up here for way longer than we had anticipated. We're gonna be back. It's twice a week. Letty, come back on Friday. Maybe we'll make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tap in on Instagram. See some of the fun soccer videos that we put together. That's what we're doing here. We're just connecting with fans around the world, talking the game, and having a good time. It's Labor Day. It's a holiday here on Monday, so we're gonna get out the house and go try to, go try to have a day before everybody gets back to the work week and life goes on. But officially September now. That's also crazy. It's literally officially September. Icon with Ash's face in it. You know it's gonna be a good fun. It's a good convo. It's always like that. That's what we do here. Any other announcements? No. Hey, keep it locked. Keep it locked on my Instagram. Keep it locked on YouTube. You get updates because Discord links expire. But join the Discord. We're just trying to grow a community, and keep the conversation going. Hope like Letty. I'm still waiting for you. Sending hate from Belgium. I'm waiting for your thoughts. Jay Sand said, appreciate you hosting this stream. I got to go do something else. So peace. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate y'all coming on. Appreciate everybody on Instagram tapping in. We're live, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube every time we do this stream. Ball around the world twice a week between 9 and 10 a.m. Pacific time. Y'all can catch me. Catch me here. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube so you never miss an update. We will catch y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm going to throw up this theme song and just ride it on out. Have a great Labor Day. And just have a great Monday for those of you around the world. Peace.
Hey, all around the world, ball around the world, ball around the world, ball around the world.
Ball around the world, ball around the world. EPB podcast. We all around the world.
Hey, ball around the world, 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 ball around the world.
EPB podcast.